when you're trying to stop doing something, some people will tempt you on purpose to knock you off your cue. In some cases, because some people don't want you to advance. You know what I'm saying? If they're not advancing, they don't want you to advance. They want you to remain where you are, which meets where they are. You know, some people want to see how serious you are. You know, they think it's a joke until it's not a joke, until they see that you're serious. Because a lot of people say, I'm gonna stop drinking, I'm gonna stop smoking all the time, and they never do it. Because I've said it so many times back in the days. I'm like, I'm done drinking, I'm gonna stop drinking. But that was before, you know, that's when I was trying to do it without the Lord. That was before I sought the Lord, before I really knew the Lord. I couldn't do it with my own strength. So I guess people think, you know, you just playing around like, girl, get this drink. You always say that. You know, you just talking. But when they see that you're for real, they become curious, like, how? How are you without this? You know what I'm saying? You've been saying you was going to do this and you never did it. They become curious. But they can't do nothing but respect it. And that's what happened, I believe, in the situation with the person with the coworker. They kept trying to persuade this person to smoke, and they kept refusing and refusing. Like, I'm on my walk with the Lord. I'm not smoking no more. And when they seen that that person was serious, I feel like that's when they gained respect for that person and respect for what they had going on, because they like, okay, they not letting up. They serious. This is not a game. And that's when they became inspired, because they respected it so much, and it became inspiring. Like, wow, you are for real. I hear people say this all the time, but you are for real. And then some people simply don't mean any harm and become inspired, like I said, you know, by your change and you standing on that business. So now they want to see if they can do the same. And they can do the same as long as they have the Lord by their side. So it's like, for them, they're thinking like, Lord, if you did it for them, you can do it for me. And he can and he will. You know, especially if it's a habit that they've been trying to kick for a long time and they can't kick it. Yeah, I can only imagine how inspiring that is. I can't confirm or deny which path all these individuals were taking. I know the young man, he admitted to being inspired, but, you know, I can't, you know what I'm saying? But these are the possibilities when this happens. But don't let anyone tempt you to fall back into a cycle that God has delivered you from and got you out of, baby. You'll find yourself back in a cycle, because we know when you go back, 7 more demons are coming this time, baby. So it's going to be harder to get out the second time than it was the first time. Meanwhile, those same people that tempted you done stop smoking or drinking themselves, you know, after they done sat up there and tempted you and had you fall. I'm not gonna say got you, because you make your own decision, but you know what I mean. Like, if you didn't tempt me, I wouldn't have did it, you know.